Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 2, Episode 12, Paralogue, Shadow Taxi. This is Squirrel's Adventures, the story of what Squirrel's up to while he is away from the main party. This is, of course, one of our Pokemon tabletop RPGs run with our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. We shall begin, as we always do, with introductions, beginning with the illustrious storyteller that works so hard for us and is very much appreciated, Enja.
Well, hello and good day. I am Enja Lumerias. I will be your storyteller for this evening. I play the allies, I play the enemies, and I orchestrate all manner of events that will be unfolding before you today. But for now, I shall pass it over to IDDoThings.
Hello y'all, I'm IDDoThings, or Ido if you prefer, and I'll be playing Aquarelle, the water and dark type A15 Samurott, and I'll be passing it on to Raharu.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu and I'll be playing Elvaroda, Elva for sure, the water ground type Quagsire. And I'm looking forward to see what happens today, because a certain Charmedo has disappeared in front of us. Up to you, Gimund.
Hi, I'm the said Charmeleon, Pyroclast. And Pyroclast is a, sometimes dark, sometimes ghost, fire Charmeleon. And I'm Gimund. On to Zim.
I am Zim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu. Embodiment of ADHD, very much doubted by Pyroclast, and yeah, off to Verdant.
Hello, I'm Drunk Dragonera from my own channel, drunk_dragon_era, here on Twitchland and on YouTube Place. And I'll be playing Verdant, the fire psychic Charizard, who's currently just enjoying a date. That was kind of a surprise. Unknowingly having left the younger ones with what he thought were responsible adults.
Excuse you.
Well, we know one that might not be. Done. Gotta throw shade sometimes, man. Come on.
The one character who's constantly been at odds with him.
You dared look away. How dare.
Alrighty then. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the recap. Well, I think there's only one person that is suitable for doing that. Pyroclast.
I did it last week.
Yeah, and then you decided to go and verify Scroll's story because apparently he's not honest enough.
So mainly we just went out shopping for items to use in the dungeon to prepare for it.
IDDoThings $10 verification.
Thank you for that very good verification, Ido. Yep, loyalties persist. We'll see how far Pyro's loyalties actually do persist.
Is that right?
Sadly, I can't join in with tradition this week.
No worries. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed, though.
There was also Scroll got told about how we found a temporary entrance and took it a lot better than we thought he would. There was also a Pyroclast Noah Lap Vex totem pole.
Also, Noah returned. Well, part of him did anyway.
Yeah, we got this weird, not the black Noah, but more of like a substitute Noah.
Is Noah's shadow stretch all the way from the other continent?
Yeah.
Noah has evolved into long.
Oh no.
Statement.
Oh no, it's
A generous bestowal.
Oh.
$15.
Era's partridge edition.
thank you, Raijin.
I see you ready. Noted.
Right, thank you so much for that tip. That is the second tier completed. Oh.
Generous bestowal.
All you have to do is give it a little time.
Raharu $95 verification.
Okay, that's the third tier of the tip goal completed. Thank you so much, Raharu.
I'll just be in the corner.
Oh, do we have a new trader for the channel now?
No.
I mean, technically, he hasn't betrayed the whole party yet.
True, true. He just wanted verification. He just doubted Squirrel.
No.
You're making him go puppy. Do you know how hard it is to get him out of that mode? I have to hit like 12 buttons. Careful how far you push him.
Anyway, then we decided to each accomplish some different things, where Shia and Verdant went on their date. Squirrel, did anyone go with Squirrel to help him with foraging?
I think Aquarelle did.
Aquarelle and I think Noah.
Yeah, Aquarelle has Noah with him.
A generous bestowal.
Rin Tato tipped $15.
Rin, thank you so very much for that tip as well. That is the tip goal fully completed. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for your help. It means the world to me. Thank you.
Hooray!
And then Elva, Pyroclast, and Lap and Vex went to the store to buy items for the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And in turn, Pyroclast found some very unique shards that seemed to be significant to him in some way. To which he got one for free, and then he exchanged his warp orb for the other 3. And I believe that's all that happened.
I think you're...
There was a brief gemstone exchange with Noah and the dragons in our party.
Yes, I was going to mention that, but also I was going to say you should also mention the your little trip that you had last night.
Oh boy.
Since that whole thing is going to be relevant to this campaign now, so...
So, Pyroclast through Noah shenanigans and Soulsight, which will probably be gone into more detail here, resulted in Pyroclast being taken over to the main party, and because Pyroclast noticed something and well, got a little heated and ended up accusing Vane of murder because of something he noticed with his soul sight. And in that heated state, he ended up accusing Kaza and lightly Scruff, but Scruff was more of a... because Scruff more asked for his own sake on if he had the same thing. And Pyroclast told him it was more faded, so it was probably not recent at all. And I forget if I mentioned it might have been like a human Pokemon thing. I don't know if I did. But, which this whole thing ended up with like this whole guarded exchange for a bit with Chomper ending up trying to de-escalate things, and eventually successfully did.
Chomper and Wade.
And then afterward that information was basically shared at random by Pyroclast, with the party learning a little bit more about human Pokemon, and for Pyroclast learning more about what exactly we encountered in our little teleport accident, and maybe more about Noah himself.
Yes.
Yeah, Aquarelle sent back Noah's notes as well as a letter or two.
Yeah, there were a couple Aquarelle letters.
And whatchamacallit, party ended up giving you some letters as well to bring back with you.
Yeah.
I do wonder what Pyroclast sees when he looks at Aquarelle, because Aquarelle's been pretty transparent in having killed people in the past.
I'm pretty curious as well, considering Verdant has actually also killed people in the past.
The only one he's used his soul sight on is Aquarelle and Squirrel, so on this party.
Oh, danger later.
All right, well, off to you, Enja, to set the scene.
Alrighty. Now, you are all back, and the thing is, not too long after he had been dropped off and the little speech had been given, Noah, or rather the shadow puppet, starts getting color
Aquarelle will
before
tilt his
looking
head.
like the other Noah, and his long tail, air quotes, is gone.
Oh, you're back?
I'm here! Hi!
I'm getting too old for this.
Hey.
Well, good to have you fully back. Aquarelle will, pat him on the head.
Decided to stop being long.
We should probably make sure you get a little bit more the hang of that. Fortunately, I don't think there's much, or a book or really any resource to assist with it, I suppose. By the way, did you make sure that copy of your notes got to the...
Yes. I did that. I did that thing you asked of me.
Good. Thank you.
So where are we at the moment? Are we back at Chia's house?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
However, he is then going to pause and look over at Aquarelle as if unsure about something.
Is something the matter?
I'm being called for.
By...
Someone at the castle? I don't remember their name, though.
Aquarelle looks
Refuse
away.
it.
He immediately says an explicative under his breath, and then looks back at Noah. Can you identify them at all?
They are a soldier.
Helmet on head, head on helmet. A little bit more information, please.
They seem they're hiding in a closet and they're trying to call for me.
Wait, they're hiding?
Yes.
And they're trying to call for you specifically.
Yes.
Is Verdant and Shia back yet? Or are they still out?
They can be back.
Verdant writes out, can you bring them... shoves notebook away.
Yes, I can. I think. If I am assuming what you are writing.
Probably not ideal. Remember the veil in our
Oh, I
first
can put him back. I can put him back.
Also, I'm not entirely sure where I want them knowing our exact location. Is it someone you know what that at least till I've interacted with often?
Yes. I think.
Was it someone that made me unhappy or neutral?
Neutral? I guess. I remember them avoiding me.
Yeah, can I see if I can make I'm not sure what type of a role this would be.
You could probably ask Noah for a picture.
Yeah, he probably asked for that. Aquarelle will take a page out of his notebook, take a pencil, and just offer to Noah. Maybe give me a sketch.
All right. The picture is interesting. This was you were a guard beforehand, and this was someone on your shift before you, or this was someone you were pretty often paired with before you became Noah's official caretaker. You'd gotten to know him fairly well.
What is he?
He is a Grand Bull.
Oh. Him. Oh, what is his name?
His name? Or
Yeah.
his species?
No, you said he was a Grand Bull. What was his name? That Aquarelle should probably know.
Yes. Manish.
Manish. Why would he be looking for you?
However, you had a penchant for just calling him Gord. He did not appreciate the name.
That seems like something Aquarelle would do. He just refers to a blacksmith as blacksmith because he doesn't care enough to get his name. Why would he be looking for you? And why would he be hiding? Aquarelle's going to just pull his helmet over his eyes as he tries to think. Tries to figure out if he was more neutral with him, did he at least consider him trustworthy?
You want me to talk to him? Ask him why?
Oh, well, if you can do that, then yes.
Okay.
Don't tell him who exactly you're with yet, though, or where we are. Just see what he wants.
Oh, yeah, good point.
He says he's got something to tell you.
What?
But just you. Tell me your secrets, large man.
Aquarelle will silently gesture for him to just keep going.
Oh! They're coming here. They?
He has an idea.
Oh,
of
the
who they might-
caretakers. Which ones? Oh, the twins. Okay.
Aquarelle's eyes are narrowing.
Is that bad? Sounds bad somehow.
Yes, that is bad. Wait a minute. Aquarelle will remember something. You said that some people in robes took Noah away, correct?
What?
He was saying that to Shia if she was there.
She is here?
Is she there?
She is present, yes.
Aquarelle's asking if she remembered exactly what the people who took Noah away looked like, or at least their clothing was identifiable.
Well, they were certainly all from the castle, but past that, I'm not completely sure. It was a while ago, and the queen came in person.
When Noah says caretakers and twins, Aquarelle will take out his copy of the notes and point to, I keep forgetting their names.
Oh, yes, I think I do recognize them.
They're assassins. Dangerous assassins, mind you, that for whatever reason, and even after they've been executed, they return as though nothing happened.
That's unsettling.
Interestingly enough, I've actually had to protect someone from them in the past, along with the castle guard, which makes it very interesting thing how somehow they're employed under that same castle now. Are you really understanding the issue here?
I am becoming aware. Fortunately, that is a bit just how the barrier works. People who have been here before have an easier time returning. Is it just them?
Makara will turn back to Noah.
I will ask. No. How many? Oh, they're riding birds. Okay. Oh, they're gonna be fast. Interesting. They're riding flying things to get over here faster.
Verdant writes out step 1, warn the town. Start step 2, ? Step 3, celebrate. Actually.
Are we partying? ...
She,
Yes.
Is there a good place to set up an ambush in town?
Not especially.
Damn.
I mean, the most we have to our advantage is the perpetual fog. We're pretty acclimated to it.
But we have to be aware that they knew it'll come straight here, which means they have some experience with it in the past.
It came to take Noah away in the first. Oh, they have been here before.
What's that? Oh, Luce is coming. Which one is that again?
The butler.
Okay. Is that bad?
Aquarelle's eyes are actually pure red at the moment.
Squirrel is going
I
to
think I can
put...
assume.
Squirrel's putting a palm on Aquarelle's leg. Hey, you gotta think clearly. Don't get angry.
Verdant golf claps for half a second.
Aquarelle will inhale, then exhale. And then he'll deflate for a second as he closes his eyes.
I just imagine one of those blow-up dolls style kind of deflates where he just kind of leans slightly to one side. Verdant circles his step 1 Warntown.
Yes, definitely do that at the very least.
Step 2 brace for gets changed to brace for impact.
Aquarelle will turn back to Noah, actually. And he's just going to take the piece of paper and write 8, and show it to Noah. And it says,
You want me to do what?
whatever happens, and you trust Squirrels, those team members all the way on the other continent, correct?
Yes.
I might have to ask you to hide with them for a while.
Why? I could throw a tree at whoever is coming.
Verdant writes out, I hate to admit it, and I want to say I can keep you safe. And I'd rather spend time with you and Squirrel teaching you things. But safety first.
Aquarelle will nod.
Oh,
Better there is 0 chance they can get your hands on you than any chance.
we could. And he's going to think, and then, like, he's going to step outside of the house as he's trying something.
Verdant blinks and follows.
Aquarelle will also follow.
His shadows are starting to take form again. However, it looks like it's trying to make a wagon, but the wheels are a little funny, and he's having a little trouble with it.
What are you?
This? No, that doesn't work for trees. What if? And then he's going to like give up on wheels, and the sides of the air quotes wagon start sprouting centipede legs. Yes, this works.
Verdant writes out, this is the 5th creepiest wagon I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. Yes, this is all terrain. That is. Is it? Hold on. The practice wagon will start attempting to scuttle up a tree. But each set of legs is too far apart for a tree's trunk. Not very dexterous, but more mobile than wheels. Maybe I need to put a head on it, maybe. But what head
Aquarelle
do
is
I
just
put?
going to step forward and just ask Noah what he's doing.
Building transportation. Because if it's a dangerous fight, maybe don't have the fight.
One hand, that's true, and the other, We might not know what they'll do, though.
So we'd be faster? Because I bet they don't have a car thing that can go through the trees. I mean, I'm not sure that this will go through the trees either, but maybe.
Verdant writes out, this isn't going to stop them from chasing us, and there's nothing stopping them from hurting the people that gave us home.
Exactly. I'd rather
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Sneaky Trader Man, to ask how they figured it out. Wait, no, I'm asking you. You can't ask that because it's super suspicious?
No,
That's
I have
why
an
you're
idea.
hiding? Wait, you already know. Oh, it's literally the only place that they think to take me to find out things about me. I guess that makes sense.
But if he's in another continent...
Tell them I'm in another continent. What do you mean, how? You'll get questioned. Oh, yeah.
Best not to put him in any more danger than he already is.
Verdant's going to write to the rest of the party what they think. Should we stay and fight, or should we attempt to make move? And he does word it that way, yes. Make move.
Squirrel's kind of looking around the village. By the way, were Squirrel's weapons finished, Enja?
I'd imagine. You spent a long time on this, and there wasn't that much more work to do.
Okay.
Plus, you had the party helping you also.
Yeah. Probably gonna need to get some stats for them from ya.
When weapons are made.
Yeah. What power should I give them for now?
I think 8 each is
Ooh.
quite sufficient. These are good weapons.
Cool.
Also, Enja, what's the state of Pyroclast after hitting the,
Well, you certainly do have darker spots that make it look like you are wrapped up in a fishnet. Dark lines across you that are square in shape. You look like you are indeed wrapped up in a fishnet, and maybe still are.
I don't think I'm in any shape to fight.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot that the library did that.
And Pyroclast has told us about his whole encounter already, right?
I would need an actual explanation. I'm sorry, I missed way too much.
Pyroclast told them that about his encounter in the library. Yes.
I would imagine so. Like right after he got back.
Elba was concerned for a while after looking how injured you came back, but after you explained your whole encounter, Elba has just been staring at Pyroclast blankly.
Oh, if Pyroclast has told everything that's happened, which out of character, I still don't know everything that happened. He's getting the disappointed look whenever anytime Verdant looks his way.
I mean, he gave a summary. He gave a summary at the beginning of the session after the first summary. We can't recount literally everything, unfortunately.
True. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Or the viewers could watch that episode. Give us more views.
Well,
No,
Do
but
it.
yeah, Elba had just been staring at Pyroclast with a very blank expression.
by the way, I was gonna say something, and then ADHD hit, and it was got sidetracked with the weapon stuff. Uh, in response to Verdant's note, Squirrel was looking around the village and says, I think we should move. I don't want to risk them getting hurt.
That is fair, but they still deserve a warning.
Oh, yeah, definitely warn them, but, we can tell them to just tell them where we went. So they don't get in trouble or hurt or anything.
Or I could tell them that you're in the dungeon, maybe. Chia offered. You were getting ready for it. You were getting the supplies and everything. It's not an unreasonable assumption that maybe you're still there.
That
After
would
all,
make
for long
sense.
dungeons, some people even camp out in them. Ergo, they'll have to go through the dungeon if they want to find you, or you could just take an indeterminate amount of time inside of it. Supposedly. It's not a hard story to sell.
I mean, there's always as much as I don't really like the idea, we could always make our way to the tree.
Verdant will hold up an X. Verdant will follow up Shia's suggestion with, we could wait outside the dungeon exit for them to come out.
That's still, even if depending on where the dungeon exit is, it's a good distance away. There's still a chance that people might get injured. And Shia's plan does have some credence to it. We were just prepping to go into it, after all.
Yeah. Ow, 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 ow.
Would you like some orange berries? Or some bandages, maybe?
Yeah.
Shia will go back inside and exit with blue tinted bandages. Squirrel, you've seen these before.
Oh yeah, the orange bandages.
They help expedite the recovery process of more intensive injuries.
Thank you.
Always keep some on hand.
Edge, how are you doing after that? You think you need some too?
He is already reaching for them. His pretty tassel is burnt. And he is anti-happy about this.
Tyrek and his one eye is giving a Pyroclast the nice going expression.
Most definitely.
Anti-happy is certainly a way to put it.
He could not look more resentful.
The Pyroclast while setting up the bandages. So
I really apologize, but I need to step away for a few minutes. I'll message you if I've got any responses, Enja.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Carry on, everyone.
No worries.
hide out in the dungeon, or make a
No.
run. Make a run while she is telling them we went into the dungeon.
Hmm.
I mean, if we hide in the dungeon and they go inside of a corner.
That is true.
Verdant writes out, that's why I said wait at the dungeon exit. That way they have to go through the entire dungeon before they come to us, and they might be worn out.
They could have escape orbs on them.
They will
They
more
could.
than likely have.
So they would have to verify, have a means of verifying whether we're in there or not, I suppose.
Indeed. Elba just keeps staring at Pyroclast with an ominous stare.
Yeah, I know.
She seems unsure of what to make of the ominous stare, other than no good.
He did a silly thing with Noah.
I am very anti-happy about all this.
Verdant writes out, there is an IN team, right?
I know now.
It's in the a-hole.
What? Wait, what? There was an IMT?
There's an IN team. It's in the a-hole.
Oh. Okay. Elba is going to approach Pyroclast for a bit. He just going to look at him straight in the eyes.
Noah is still considering his bug mobile.
Yeah, Pyroclast has a quagsire staring at him right in front of his face.
Oh, Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Christ.
And
okay.
and suddenly with Pyroclast just feels something hit him as Elba just slaps him on the cheek with one of his flippers.
Ow.
Pyroclast? What in Arceus's name were you thinking?
Oh no.
Do you have a response to that?
I just wanted to see how much of a threat this vain person was.
Elba is going to give a bit of a big sigh, and he's actually frowning at the moment. Okay,
Laugh.
first,
Not asleep. He is staring like, oh.
what were you going to do if your accusation managed to be correct at that moment? Do you have any proof other than than your soul sight?
No.
Why would you confront someone you suspect of being a killer with no proof other than the ability that you don't fully understand yourself? You told me that, yes, you told me that earlier. You know, we don't even know this Bane fellow personally. You could be dead now if he was a savage. And if he's the cunning kind of killer, you may just have given him info to avoid
Prosecution.
to
I
avoid
didn't give
prosecution.
any.
To avoid
I didn't give
prosecution.
any. I didn't give any specifics. I just said Uh, he killed someone. Is all.
To avoid prosecution or deflect suspicion, or ways that he can hide better was my train of thought there. But yeah, that's what I. Even if you have not given any specific information to, you may have given to him inadvertently. You know, we don't know this Bane fellow personally, but from the way that girl has been speaking about him, he's the cold and calculating type, and those are the worst kinds that you can try and confront about this. Pyroclast, you're a dark halfling. You should know about this stuff. This is very responsible of you. Very, very
Not my
responsible.
fault. I'm a human Pokemon.
Elba goes silent for a moment. You never never told us about this.
He crosses his arms.
Verdant holds
Something
up
I
a...
like.
Go ahead.
Something I like to keep on the down low.
Verdant
Whirl
holds
is going to pipe in with surprise that, wait, you're a human Pokemon?
I was gonna tell you guys soon because of what Squirrel learned recently. It was just I wanted to tell you sooner, but we were being watched, Icona. But and my memories could have created a misunderstanding with Squirrel, especially in his frightened state then.
Verdant holds up a sign that says, "And how does this absolve you from doing something stupid?"
It doesn't.
Pat, pat,
Listen.
pat, pat, pat.
I understand that some tensions are arising right now, but we should really be focusing on the task at hand.
Yeah,
Time
I'm
is of
sorry.
the essence right now.
yeah. I'm sorry. I just needed to say this because this is a bit of a big. You know, when it comes to killers, I know. Killing is something that is not something that happened. So can't just be accusing people of killing willy nilly, especially not somebody like Bait. If you were correct, the only thing you can do is either apprehend him or kill him, and apprehend him requires proof. And if you were wrong, you either kill an innocent person or you may have set him on the path to murder. It is something very delicate when it comes to the dark type. Fortune. I am fine. I am fine. This is not how I usually act, but couldn't help myself.
Verdant sticks a peace symbol sticking out in your forehead.
Elba gives a bit of a long sigh and just closes his eyes. Well, that's something that, well, it's not an immediate concern. We have to think about the town.
There are things I want to tell Squirrel, but again, we don't have the time right now. Ugh.
Verdant writes out, "Let's start by warning the town and decide
Yeah,
what we want to do after. We
yeah,
should probably even
Yeah.
begin moving and discuss it along the way."
yeah.
Aquarelle will turn to Noah. Are you
Yes.
still connected to him, the guard?
Yes. Yes, you sing in the closet. I'm still talking to you.
Aquarelle will write
Yes, he's still
some stuff down and show it to Noah again.
My wagon! The bookmobile works!
Squints. Aquarelle taps the letter. It just reads, it's say this as if I'm not actually here with you. Tell him to just do what Aquarelle would appreciate him doing at the moment.
By the, by the way, give that girl thanks for warning us about this. Otherwise, we would have been taken by surprise.
By assassins.
Indeed.
Well, Aquarelle is appreciative. If he probably doesn't want to put that guard in danger by revealing that he knows where Aquarelle is, or confirming that Aquarelle is with Noah right now.
Indeed. Fair enough.
So
I mean,
there's a total of 8.
eight.
8?
How many are out coming after us?
Oh, yes. Okay. Let's see. Tell me the numbers again, man in the closet. No, I'm not going to call you something else. Tell me things.
Oh, man of the closet, please share your wisdom.
No, not even if you ask nicely. $14.
Mm.
Total? Yes. What do you mean that doesn't count birds? They're not just for transportation? Oh, they're not just for transportation. Yes, count the birds. 24.
Yes, the townsfolk need to be warned.
Yeah, I don't
Or
know if we can handle
potentially-
that.
And potentially evacuated.
What are the birds?
I could.
Braviary?
I could
Ice
send.
is good on that, I think.
Could send Lap in advance to the to give the warning to the town. And he can actually get that there faster than any of us because of his. Although is there anybody in particular that we should be warning? Like, does the town have a mayor or something?
But
Not
the merchant and Aquarelle had met a few days
especially
earlier.
for all intents and purposes. I suppose if there's any major decisions to be made, usually the town comes together. But if it's an emergency situation, they defer to me, since I'm
Ah.
kind of the strongest person here.
Oh, okay.
Verdant
Yeah,
writes out, oh, strongest person here. The town is in danger.
Then I suppose I can just tell Lap to basically tell then in your name that people are coming.
Yeah, all right.
There's people. Okay, Lab, you heard me, right?
Yeah, I'm on it. Lap, not fond of overexertions, but maybe this one can't be avoided.
Elba nods.
Fine, Lap will save the day. Ah, the burdens of a hero.
Verdant's going to get or Lap's going to get a sticky note to his forehead that says "Hero in Training."
How dare you? I am bona fide, certified, and other ifides.
Add those words to it.
Aquarelle will eventually sigh and he'll turn to Noah. So, this thing you're making, do you have a destination in mind?
For where the tree might be, or where I think they'll be coming from.
Right now, I'd say best case scenario, anywhere that would put at the townsfolk least at risk.
Hmm. We do have a secondary warehouse that's technically fortified. We have it by the cave dungeon. You know, because the things we bring out of there tend to be pretty heavy, so it's easier to just drop them off. But it does have like an additional basement. If for some reason we discover things of exceptional value, which is not often, but just in case, it seemed better to have a secure place for it in case there was, for some reason, a thief.
Verdant will write out that as a higher level dungeon, they're going to have harder time in there too.
Yep.
So we could hide out there until we know they're in.
I don't trust them not to have enough sense to stick around.
Oh yeah, guard shifts. Because they're guards.
I pretty much thought they will send their entire forces inside of them. Plus, they do have assassins with them, so if anything, they will probably reconnaissance before they decide to enter.
Noah is displeased that his stab at a joke fell completely flat, as he may still not be completely in on. We need to be. It's serious time now, Noah. Lock it in.
Aquarelle will sigh, hey, look at Noah, then look at Verdant, and he's asking for help here and helping getting the message across.
Verdant will plop down. And then he's going to boop Noah's nose. And wait for Noah to boop his. Enja?
GG?
Did we lose him?
I think so.
Oh no.
Us, Verdant's neighbors, have claimed him again.
Oh no.
No. Enja?
Pardon, please repeat.
Oh. Aquarelle, I think, was pleading with Verdant to assist with explaining why we're sending him away. So Verdant did the thing where he plops down and he boops no on the nose.
No, we'll look at his notes. Which one? Which one is applicable? Oh, I won't listen if they tell me to do things. I promise.
I'm what?
I promise.
Is that what
I
Aquarelle
am
wanted, or
back,
did he
sorry.
want? It's fine.
Hello.
Or was Aquarelle looking for us to encourage him to do the go a continent away thing more so?
More or less as for Noah to get somewhere safe, where they couldn't find him immediately.
But the tree. Wait. Is the tree not there?
Verdant writes
Wait,
out
where?
the tree is dangerous according to the other group.
Oh, the tree was bad?
Well, we don't really know that.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy on whose side is on who.
It would be bad to chase down the tree when we're trying to avoid assassins. Though
So
If
I
we,
take
I mean,
everyone to the across the ocean.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
Verdant
can do that.
blinks.
I mean, that would work.
And then I'll not send you back while I'm definitely inside the library. Because then that's awful. And definitely an accident.
Well, this is a conundrum. The whole reason we went into this journey in the first place was, well, first to get Noah away from the people that are hurting him, but at the same time we were led to it by Cernus's call, but now we're going to ignore it.
Well,
Verdant
we
says,
were
I
also
don't know.
here. We were also here because of Shia's letter.
Yeah.
All three of those things.
We need to decide whether or not to heed Zernus's call, but probably together, question mark? I think we understand Noah's vote.
Yeah.
I can be convinced.
If you
Okay,
truly
so
think this is good for you.
does Noah want to go to Xerneas or no?
He seems startled by the realization that they might technically be an unfriendly or not kind person.
Okay.
What was the thing that Cernus told us again? What was his message?
Something about helping Noah pass on. Was it along those lines, I believe?
I think it
thought
was
something
just a
about
simple. I think it was just a simple. He can help Noah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Yeah.
I think
no,
he
not
said
much
he wanted
confirmation.
to end the cycle.
Okay, all of you, okay, all of you guys are saying something different. Enja, what was the message?
All right. I believe that they had said that Noah was unwell and that they had the ability to help Noah. but they did not quantify what they were going to help Noah with.
Okay.
However, with study, they are the Pokemon of life,
Mm-hmm.
and if they are in tree form, that means that they are in dormant mode.
Indeed.
Draw of that what conclusions you will. However, they didn't really seem to have a lot of energy to spare.
Mhm.
So draw of that what you will.
Well, from what I remember from what I remember from the vision we had, Sernia seems to be in his dormant state at the moment, which means he probably doesn't have a lot of energy to spare. He could only faintly give a vision to Squirrel. So if he is unfriendly, he probably wouldn't be able to just curse stomp us if he had nefarious reasons. If he can actually help Noah, we could if he could actually help Noah with whatever he wanted to provide, perhaps it's a chance we could. We will obviously interrogate before just giving Noah away.
Definitely.
That sounds fair. Is that truly what you want, Noah?
I don't know.
I know your notes say one thing, but try to really, and I mean really, Aqua will tentatively try to reach out and pet him, place his hand on his head. Really take a moment and try to understand yourself, Elf. Your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts deep down. I'm asking you personally, what you want, what you feel is best for you. Aquarelle will look to the others for help in getting this message across to him.
I mean, the message is getting across. It's just that Noah has no idea because someone ambiently offered help. That they are now about halfway through this adventure, and is like, "Do you want to do this?" Is like, "Oh no, how do I know if this is for real or not?"
Verdant's going to hold up a finger, and he's going to put out a sheet of paper. And he's going to write out pros on one side, cons the other.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to start walking Noah through pros and cons of the situation.
Aquarelle will take Noah and sit him down in front of Verdant.
Noah is staring intently.
Pro, he is offering to help. Con, we've been told that the gods are trying to hurt your friends. Pro, this does not mean that they're intending to hurt you. Con, Squirrel is with us. Pro, we have already started this journey and are very close. Con, we're also being hunted down by assassins and other things that might catch up. And then Noah's free to add them on now.
You're putting a lot of faith in Noah's ability to actually figure out thoughts on this stuff.
This is suddenly very hard for him.
It is, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Indeed.
He's going from a place of never having a choice to suddenly being asked to make choices. That's really difficult. We're also asking him to think freely, which is also extravagantly difficult.
Yeah.
But we can't hold his hand forever. He'll never learn if we don't ask him to think. and choose.
This is true.
Indeed. And even if we do go to China, and he turns out to not have the best of intention, we can simply just go away.
Pro, party
And go away.
strong.
Yeah, if he's got bad intentions for us, then you can get us out of there, Noah.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm fucking fast. Swore. And
Verdant
he's
writes that we
looking at
will
Lap,
allow it.
who looks away. I don't know where he got that word. I don't know.
He probably overheard Aquarelle still swear around him a few times.
I will allow this one swear. You get one.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
Fast. Let's go see Xerneas.
Elba just covers Bex's ear, even though Elba already knows that Bex swears sometimes.
It's the principle of the thing.
Indeed.
How dare you hurt my fucking child's virgin fucking ears?
Everyone
What's wrong?
swears.
Would you all stop swearing in my goddamn fucking Christian server here?
I'd like to kindly remind you, I've been dealing with this kid for 9 months. Lay off.
So glad we're part of the 15-minute match. Otherwise, that would be like $30 for the swear jar.
No, it's just 5 for the first one.
Ah, fair.
Verdant writes out, so Warrentown completely to Xerneas then.
Yes.
Also go along with Shia's plan to,
Verdant
Let
nods. Give us
let
time.
them think we went and somewhere else.
Yeah, Lachu should be coming back at any time now. He just needs a little bit of time to rest after using his streams.
Verdant
Alright,
writes out,
I warned
"Clear up
them.
the pictures."
They seem very surprised for some reason. So I might have called them a few names.
Elba goes to Lap and puts him on top of his head. What do you call them?
Not much. Not important.
Hey, as long as they know what's coming, that's the important part.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me you called them something that made them doubt you.
Let's focus on what's important.
This is important.
To be
You
fair,
know what? We can't afford to waste any more time.
Gia is gonna go over there anyway, so she'll probably confirm it if they did Lap.
Verdant nods.
Well, are you okay with this, Miss Shia?
I don't mind. I'm here to help.
Really, I couldn't thank you enough for all the assistance you've given us.
Indeed. Thank you very much.
I just want this all to be okay in the end.
You're not the only one.
Verdant will give the grand bow. Then write out, no time like the present. Everybody got everything they need, or do we need a pack?
I have all the supplies that we bought.
I have all I need.
Squirrel is hefting his tools / weapons.
You need any help with that, kid?
He kind of pauses. Well, I was gonna say I got it, but I probably could use some help learning how to actually do it, to use these properly. But we can worry about that on the road.
Aquarelle just pulls out the small book he got on weapons. Yeah, we can, but I'll hold on to one or two of those if you want.
Oh, no, I can carry them. And he's going to slide them into little rings that he put together and attached to his belt. They are slightly too big for him. And by slightly, I mean the halves are probably very much at risk of dragging on the ground.
I will take. But does it? Noah's reconsidering the bugmobile. Like, wait, are you actually cool or are you secretly lame? You have to tell me.
Verdant
I
writes out.
cannot speak for it is a vehicle.
Verdant writes out to Noah. Is that thing strong enough to carry me, or should I fly along?
No, it can carry you. I modeled it after the Tauros wagon.
Shouts we then.
It's gonna be just like how we started this all. Except Aqua will be with us.
Yeah.
Verdant reaches into his bag, pulls out one of the bottles that was given to him before. Nods.
Oh, I was just about to ask, do you still have one of those bottles?
Verdant writes out several. He gave me like 3 cases worth or something.
I did that thing.
Well, let's get moving.
Yay, adventure time.
Adventure time.
Come on, grab your friends.
Adventure time. Time of adventure.
And Pyroclast is jumping into the bug wagon.
Everybody climbs in, and this thing is going to go, and it's going to be a weird ride. It's going to be like a Studio Ghibli movie, except with
But
Kokomo.
Dad.
Indeed.
Aquarelle will give Shio one more appreciative bow before climbing into the wagon. Though he does have one of his swords already drawn, just to be
Well,
safe.
After all this, I do hope to see you all again.
Let's hope for the best. I don't
Verdant
want
holds
to.
up his- Go ahead.
I don't want to die. Hey, and leave you if you in debt.
Verdant holds up a sign that says "Heroes never die."
Is that right? Well, then I'll see you later, Mr. Hero.
Heroes never die.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, we're going into the shadow text.
Well, real quick, while we are moving to the next scene, there was some fan art that I forgot to bring up earlier.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Also, be
Oh
right back, Rick.
no.
Fan art, you say? Fan art, yes.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
it's you all already have seen it, but this was done by IDDoThings, who plays Aquarelle.
Oh.
And the scene from last week where Squirrel was trying to do the right thing. It was very hard.
Girl, learn how to share.
Sharing is caring.
Mournfully so.
Except for dragons. Once we're sharing is suicide.
I'm sure Begs appreciated it a lot.
If he could, Coral would be weeping blood.
Yes, he would be.
Don't worry. Noah will be more than happy to spit out as many rocks as people want. if he can just find some way to do that without making problems.
Mhm.
Such a hard thing to do somehow. Why
By
is
the way,
this
is
so
this
hard to do? Why is this so...
By the
Why
way,
do
since
so
we're
many
going.
things have problems attached to them?
By the way, since we're going to be in the middle of the shadow tax, it was it's a good time to bring this up. Pyroclast, you did get some letters to give to Squirrel from the other member.
Yeah. Oh,
Could be
Squirrel?
Yeah?
Uh, the one you call Chomper, gave me this. And he's gonna hand the letter off to Squirrel.
Squirrel will.
actually it's two letters, just to let you know.
Yeah, he'll hand them off.
Well, on the way, because Squirrel's definitely not going to pause just to read, but he will be reading it on the way.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay,
probably sharing them with everybody else, so might as well read out loud.
okay.
Yeah, I do believe they said to one of them was for us as a whole.
Like me to read them out loud, or do you want to read them?
Considering I'm still sick, I would prefer someone else read them.
Okay,
Please.
I can go ahead and read it. But I'll still send them to you. Okay, I'm going to read the one. I'm going to read the one from Chomper first. Hey Squirrel, how are you? How are you doing, man? The last few days have been crazy. So much stuff we learned. Can barely keep them all together in my head. Cross had a big scare earlier because of an earthquake we got caught in. He got scared and accidentally made him panic. That was a whole ordeal. The earthquake was apparently done by one of the I don't want to call them gods, the legendaries. It was apparently an accident. Here's something more crazy. Cody is Casa and Noah from the future. They keep coming back to the past for something they don't even remember. It's also very sad. I wanted to give him a hug. There's so much stuff he told us that I don't even have time to write. Dane doesn't want to hurt you anymore, though he doesn't seem to be caring for much stuff nowadays. He seems to be doing a lot better when it comes to controlling his dark stuff. I think you could come back at any time if you feel you're ready when you feel you're ready to. How are things on your end? Is your reading going well? I bet you've met a lot of awesome stuff. You're apparently in quite a big adventure yourself. Hoping we get to go at one all together soon. I'd love to be friends with your new team as well. They sound like cool dudes from the way Noah and Pyroclast.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
hello?
You cut out after the word or after saying Pyroclast.
Uh, I the way Noah and Pyroclast spoke of them, and that's it. That's one of the letters. This one is from Chomper. And then the other one is here. I greet you, bro. This is Wade. You do not know me, but I'm a new member of Team Chaos. I hope things have been going well on your end. I've heard many things about you from the other members, learned that you're quite a strong individual. You're quite diligent when it comes to the things you work on. Quite the earnest individual. Somewhat aware why you're not with the rest of the party at the moment. I can only surmise so much from hearsay. I also hear that Noah helped you escape and that you're now in a journey of self-improvement in another continent. According to the rest of the team, there are some things that that could be worked. Lemney, your kleptomania exacerbated by your dragon typing, some recklessness, not thanking me for doing something, and issues with focusing outside of your interests. Do forgive me for bringing all this up. But the reason I do is that I want to. How is it going when it comes to your self improvement? There are a lot of issues that the team is trying to work on our end, so I want to know how things are going on your end. I extend this question to the rest of your companions. How do they feel about your growth? Now, I cannot force you to respond nor to answer me truthfully, but I simply wanted to reach out so that perhaps things can be smoothed over between all of us. I look forward to meeting you face to face one of these days. I may not be able to respond immediately if you do respond, as I might be busy, but I will do so as soon as I can. One more thing. Chopper wants to know how you've been doing. He has been rather worried for you all this time. He's just looking forward to seeing you again. It was really thanks to him that I'm writing to you today. And that's it.
Seems to want and his there.
I guess they might want me to go back?
Verdant is going to write out when you're ready.
Of course.
Squirrel
Yeah.
just gives a nod, looking contemplative.
I am still nervous about Vane, especially with when I left.
Verdant writes out.
Gave
Go ahead.
gave this look.
Elvis is going to stare at Pyroclast and just giving a quiet glare. You mean one like this?
Yeah, but with the glowing eyes.
He's pro- he's more than likely warning you. After all, you did just accuse him of being a killer. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna go back there anytime soon. Although, you probably should smooth things out with the rest of them at some point.
If we were to approach them again, probably best. Not probably the best is not to do so abruptly.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I don't think I should go over again for a while.
Verdant writes out a maybe not scry on them randomly? Question mark? That's rude. Very rude. So very rude.
Aquarelle will have to agree there, considering they were just dealing with a lot of ghosts doing that.
Noah's tilting
Yeah.
his head. But isn't that just a dragon thing?
Verdant head tilts.
Rude.
Verdant looks offended.
I feel like I've been burned.
To the ground.
I think I already feel like that, literally.
Verdant writes out, for what it's worth, though, if you want to answer them based from what I've seen, I think you're already improving, Squirrel.
Indeed.
I'd have to agree as well.
Yeah. Especially after the bush.
My push.
Bush?
The way you gave Bex that little gem earlier was certainly an improvement when it comes to your hoarding tendencies.
Squirrel was looking like he was starting to blush and then suddenly looked pained when you mentioned that.
Elba chuckles. I understand.
Verdant writes out that is still very impressive. You should pat
Indeed.
yourself on the back and give yourself a hug, and remember that there are other gemstones. You don't need every single one of them. He twitches when he says that. And to always avoid the jewelry section of every city you go into, because otherwise you'll have no money walking out again.
Well, thank you. I guess they're probably wanting you guys to write this down, though. I don't know if they believe it coming only from me.
Boops the Elva Xerox machine.
But we gotta get moving first before we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do to be writing this and not be able to deliver it if we're, dead.
Indeed.
Not ideal.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll think what to write it and write it down when we have a chance.
Oh, I just remembered something. Squirrel?
Yeah?
When I was over there, they talked about this void parasite thing. You know about that?
Blank look, one eye blinks than the other.
Wait, Pyroclast, what was the question again?
He's asking about the void parasite.
Yeah, but what was he asking about the void parasite?
He was basically asking Squirrel if he was aware of it.
Ah, fair.
Oh boy. So, Squirrel,
Yeah?
when I was examining your horns, I noticed I didn't really know what it was at the time, but now I do. And
7 days to live.
yeah, he's basically gonna say the time limit they have.
Which is 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Roughly.
But what is it?
Extra dimensional entity.
I am going to make a roll with Elva to get some information about void parasites.
Wait, why'd I say extra dimensional? Oh, great.
Here, take 1 dot from my lore too.
Okay.
I can contribute 1 dot.
Also have a 1 in lore. Can't do much.
Don't you have teamwork though?
No. Aquarelle's not very teamwork inclusive.
You know, it's kind of a problem when the 2 strongest members of the team don't have teamwork.
I'd contribute teamwork, but I don't think that Squirrel would have any reason to have any information on this.
Yeah.
I cannot justify him helping at all.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hey,
Leave it to Elva.
Why does that sound like a bad sitcom?
Leave it to Elva.
Ten.
What was your total?
10.
10.
Oh, right. Well, what does the Elva know?
Alright. Now, information on them is sparse, because it is really hard to try to study one without also intentionally trying to either find one that exists, which is hard, considering that it was within the last 45 years that that these things were even discovered at all, or rather were quantified as a real legitimate thing instead of fairy tales.
Mm-hmm. Is that the only thing you're saying?
No, there's more.
Okay.
The problem is that it's not entirely sure where they come from or why they are, but void parasites. Hold on, no, I have a document about them. I can just give that.
with my with my role, I think a whole document about them sounds fair for Ella to remember.
Yes.
Alpha
Yes, it
just
is.
Alpha just prints out the document.
Yep, there. Here it is. Void parasites are an unknown entity on where they come from, but more often than not, they are found latched onto people who have been summoned into the world, but not all of them. It seems luck-based, but it's theorized that some of them pass through something on the way here. All people who are harboring a void parasite have amnesia, and it does seem that the parasite is responsible, burrowing itself into their mind where it is unreachable even via psychic methods. It seems that they latch onto core, foundational memories to protect themselves. If the memory or is discovered, or if the mind is thoroughly shaken up, the void parasite may be forced to reveal itself to try and protect its host. If the host perishes, so does the parasite. At this time, it is vulnerable to attacks that are type effective on to what it is trying to become. There does seem to be a benefit from having a void parasite, but it is unknown if they are actually beneficial. People who have them tend to grow quickly. This growth rate continues even after the parasite hatches or is dealt with permanently. So it is theorized that these things attach themselves to people who have naturally accelerated growths, but this is hard to confirm. The usual maturation period for a void parasite is 4 years. If one does reach maturity, it will escape through the host's shadow as a perfect copy of them in terms of power and ability. It will be hostile to all others, often robbing and assaulting, even though they do seem to be sentient and capable of speech. To this date, there are no records of void parasites that try to peacefully coexist with others. There are 2 instances which the void parasite will actually become problematic. In environments where a Pokemon is pushed to the point where they are in a life or death situation, or feel that they are, it may take over the conscious mind as an attempt to preserve the host, going into a feral adjacent state. The second instance is if they are in an environment where there is a sufficient amount of void energies, such as interplanetary travel. The parasite itself do anything, but it would call other void entities who would rush to see if they couldn't work together to overtake someone who was hosting one. If successful, they might be able to pup them long enough to assault another living being, and also leave them with a void parasite of their own and the subsequent amnesia.
Elba is just saying all of that.
Wow.
He's like reciting it word for word.
That's not good.
Aquarelle had a pen and pencil ready to, pen and paper ready to write that down, but as you just kept going on, he just pauses and just blinks.
So, I have a confession.
Yes.
I've been here for 3 years.
Verdant's going to boop the Pyroclast. And write out, after this, maybe we should get checked. Or
Yes.
you get checked.
Yeah.
Krell should be mostly fine since he's only been here for like 10 days. But yeah, you definitely need to get your boy past a check.
Okay, but how do we deal with them?
Well, the usual method is a memory retrieval to basically force them out into the open.
Your friend Chomper seemed to know about it. You said, like, don't confront it alone. I think he's dealt with it a lot more than the rest of his team.
From what I heard, the usual method for dealing with a boy's parasite is to get your memories back, because that will force them to basically come out of hiding.
I think I've had it happen a couple of times, but we were like in instances where people nearby could just thought of it as weird and were able to take care of it.
Verdant's going to write out, maybe consult a psychic type to do weird psychic-y things.
I'll have to be in ghost mode for that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, boy parasites are usually burrow so deep that even psychic types have problems finding them. But considering yours has been in yours for 3 years, he might be more detectable.
And
by
I
this point.
do believe I've recovered like half of my original memories. I know I've definitely gained most of my childhood memories, but my later life is kind of hazy.
Verdant will write out Xerneas first, then Dumb Things second.
Yeah.
Yes. Then points an arrow at himself. Dumb Things.
Aquarelle will snatch the paper.
Noah is turning his head as how do you a person?
Squirrel is stealing one of Verdant's sticky notes, scratches onto it, not dumb, and then slaps it on Verdant's belly.
You're not sure how. You're not sure where, but an announcer voice calls out counter.
Verdant writes out a note.
Go ahead. Aqua was just going to write under Verdant's note after Xerneas first. Leave area safely, then Dumb Things.
Also, I think that means Edge is gonna have to be checked too.
Oh, he's also a human Pokemon outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you two definitely need to get that checked.
So both of you are human Pokemon? Are you a human Pokemon? As he's gesturing at Elva. What about you? Over at Aquarelle.
Elba
Noah,
shakes his head.
colon D, waiting to be asked.
Elba,
He
Elba
at least
shakes his
already
head.
knows something about roughly what Noah is, so he doesn't suspect Noah.
No, he's been uninvolved.
Elba shakes his head. No, I've lived in this Pokemon in the Pokemon world all my life. Since I was a whooper.
Literally hatched from an Oshawott tribe. Grew up there most of my childhood before I evolved.
Verdant holds up a sign found in a dungeon. Pretty sure Pokemon, though.
But what if?
Squirrel is
I mean-
glaring suspiciously at Verdant now.
I could take a look. I don't know if it would do anything.
Verdant shrugs.
You
Won't
take
change
a-
my life now.
You take a look at Verdant, and suddenly it just leaps out with tentacles and strangles all of us.
Noah. Wow!
Oh,
Weird.
hey, you're going to check you're going to check Burden's soul.
Choking
Yeah.
is ineffectual, though. I do not need oxygen, but I appreciate being included.
Wait, who said that?
That was the joke from the tentacles coming out. Noah's
Oh.
just excited to be included in being strangled, even though it's not hurting him at all.
Mhm.
He's just happy to be there.
Okay.
Verdant does hold up the warning. Watch out for the dragon.
Wait,
Uh,
dragon?
Wait, Pyroclast, before you do that, Elba's going to put Bex right next to Burden.
Oh, you want me to check him again?
Yes.
Raijin says the void parasite can't escape Verdant's shadow because it stretches so far back due to tail.
The void parasite is only his tail.
Dang, those ones.
Let's see what happens if I use my 2 soul to reroll those ones. 6. Basically canceled out all the ones.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure me and Enja are doing the thing where we're both staring at each other, waiting for the other one to say something.
Ah, sorry. So, what are you doing again?
Soul checkup on Verdant and Vex.
Yeah.
Alright.
I could tell Pyroclast right away that yes, Verdant has killed people. And yes, he does have a giant angry part of himself in there somewhere. It's probably kind of scary.
Well, yes. You see the red. They're kind of covered in it, but it is old red. Except maybe for Aquarelle. That's some fresher red.
Yeah, that's kind of given to be expected given Verdant.
I can only hazard a guess as to how recent Aquarelle's red is.
No void parasite, I might be clean.
Well, no. It does not seem that you have them. Or perhaps if you did have them, it was over 4 years ago, since you have more than 4 years of memories, and it has hatched and is somewhere in the world.
And that is the world's problem now. Or it's
Yeah.
something I accidentally killed in one of my rages. Because the idea that this thing popped out of the shit, I was like, haha, and immediately died. It was kind
Now,
of
Elva,
Mhm.
you also are aware that when void parasites hatch, they basically take your species and appearance. So if you had killed another Hisuian Samurott, there is a non-0% chance. As you are a dark type also, who hunts other dark types.
Are you
You're
talking about Elva or Aquarelle?
Yeah, I
Aquarelle.
think you were talking Aquarelle. You said Elba at the beginning.
Well,
Whoops.
I was saying Elva because you would have the information because you have the encyclopedia on void parasites.
Right. In fact, if Aquarelle had a boy parasite, he could pretty much deal with it himself. But I'm pretty sure Aquarelle is a citizen of this world, just like me.
Now, what's the status of Vex?
He's a little ball of oblivious. But no, he does not seem to have one.
I just imagine that you look at his whatever you're looking at, his soul, and it's just vibrating.
Vibrating with "Do something already!" Also, get me candy.
Undulating. Unstable.
As a child is.
Why is his soul shaped like a candy? Wait, now it's pancakes? What?
A deep draconic desire made manifested.
What in the...
Desire for candy and pancakes.
Okay,
Ooh,
no void
pancakes.
parasite in Vex either. But Verdant, what the heck is that weird thing in you? That isn't the same black shadow. Is that the dragon thing you were mentioning?
It looks like a mote of pink. You do not see pink often. Pink means ready to kill.
Oh,
Nods.
why is it ready
As
to
it
kill
is
something?
almost red.
Verdant writes out, that's the part of me that enjoys fighting a little bit too much.
I see.
Aquarelle will shrug. He pretty much understands that pretty well. Didn't know they had that for. Well, I guess it did make sense for it to be there for other types, but
Verdant shrugs. He's sleeping. We're friends now. I appease him with shiny things. And
Oh,
food.
so he's like your inner dragon?
Verdant nods. If you see my eyes go magenta and slitty in combat, back away.
Got
Slowly.
it.
Just let me handle whatever's in front of me.
So Pyroclast, when you look at both of those souls side by side, I'm just wondering, do you see any similarities between the two?
Does he see any similarities?
Between whose souls?
Vex and Verdant's?
Vex and Burden.
Oh? Apart from the draconic instinct, he does not seem to have awakened enough of it. Maybe because he's like slightly spoiled and like reprimanded when he has been bad. All things considered, Vex is an okay dragon kid for being acceptable by the public.
Verdant was encouraged as a child.
Yeah. That's a pretty stark difference.
Well, I can say, Elva, you're doing a good job.
Elba rubs the back of his head.
Little dragon kids are usually tyrants.
Why, thank you. Oh, actually, Elba is doing the thing that one of the stickers I sent earlier. Earlier is like the second one. He just looks flatter.
That is adorable.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, thank you for checking that for me, Pyroclast.
No problem. And Squirrel, I wanted to say this earlier, but during the little outing I had, Noah basically confirmed that uh he found out your human name.
I did?
He did?
You remember you said about shadows and stuff?
Squirrel's just looking over at Noah, completely perplexed.
Noah's eyes are pointing in different directions at this moment.
Verdant writes out.
You know, I'm not surprised. Okay.
I mean, yeah, Noah's got a lot of shadows.
Aquarelle cannot help here. He was traumatized at that very moment.
Traumatized by possession.
Out of character, wasn't the first thing that Squirrel said when he came back something about Duke?
Yep.
Yeah, so Verdant's gonna write out Duke, but he's gonna misspell it D-O-O-K. Question mark.
Well, Squirrel is confused because Pyroclast just mentioned that Noah discovered it on an outing and something to do with shadows. Squirrel's not putting, the whole possession thing together with this. Especially because that was partially, blocked from his mind.
Yeah, he was about to get into that.
Elba's going to chime in saying, I think he might be talking about the whole thing when you ended up possessing Aquarelle.
Oh, that? My name?
Didn't you ended up going into Noah after I pushed you out of Aquarelle?
Squirrel nods slowly.
Yeah,
A
that.
slightly, he's got that, PTSD dog look.
Verdant points at his sign again. Duke. Then holds it up to Elva and writes underneath it spell check.
Elba looks.
Oh, okay.
I'm not entirely sure that's correct. I think it might have been like this. Elba puts D-U-K-E.
Holds that up.
It doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure people called me Squirrel.
Could have been something like a nickname. You know how Elva, we usually refer to Elva here by a short version of his name, which is Elvaroda.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Elba nods.
How do you... But Squirrel is longer than that.
Human names can be a bit different.
My team used to call me idiot.
Because For example, my human name is Alan.
The first thing that came to my mind was the Jurassic Park. Alan!
That is exactly what I was
in my head.
That is also what it came to. That is exactly also what came to my mind. What the hell?
It's the meme. Alan, Alan, Alan.
Do I need to call Rex in here to yell it?
Maybe.
No, then
Maybe.
you'll wake up and this whole session was a dream.
Indeed. Alan.
Alan.
And
Could be Pyroclast.
And before we get too much further, I should give a light warning. When you learn your human name, it can start to affect you, like, subtly shift you a little bit.
Well, I
What do
suppose
you
that would make
mean?
sense.
Like, you'll start becoming like, what you were like as a human.
If you're any different now, that is.
Yeah.
So you're
It's more
telling
of a
me all of this stuff that I could wind up having some kind of existential crisis as we're currently
No.
running for our lives from assassins.
Not quite. It's more of a light overlay. You can easily choose to take which parts you want to keep and just get rid of the ones you don't want.
I'm not entirely sure if it is that easy. Not in the moment, at least.
Verdant says sidebar conversation number 62. Discuss after Xerneas.
Yeah. How many are we up to now?
Hold on, I'm actually gonna create a list now. Let's see. Squirrel's real name.
Oh, I bet I could solve that if it was with my other voice.
Well, while you are writing that list, there's also other fan art that Ido just reminded me of, which
Ooh.
Ido drew.
Okay.
That I didn't show last night, so... But Noah's more
Yeah,
involved in this group anyways, so... Yeah, Dr. Noah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Why does it look like Dr. Mario style?
That was the idea I was going for.
Oh
Yeah.
no, he's just gonna throw pills at everything. Run. Let's see. So we got Squirrel's real name. What else do we need to did we sidebar? Oh right, we're being chased by assassins. Probably something we should deal with. There was one more that we sidebarred for now.
Real name Leakage, I guess is the...
Getting Pyroclast checked out for his voice.
Yeah, that's another.
Wasn't there one we were discussing in town before we left? Oh, we need to write letters.
Yes.
Write letters of recommendation. I still feel like I'm forgetting one. Don't burn icon into the ground.
What was that for the dragon?
Shh. Don't worry about it. That's all I got for now. If somebody else remembers something else that needs to go on the list of cleanup, let me know.
No, I think that's it.
Oh, did you want to talk to my second voice?
Your second? What are you talking about?
The
When you're-
shadow voice.
Yeah, that one.
Let's focus on our destination for now.
Okay.
Yeah,
much-
that's. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's like another sidebar conversation. That's all.
All right, adding it to the
And
list.
I was just gonna say, how much further away are we?
Actually,
if you can,
how does no one know where the hell we're going?
we had a map. We had a map, and we knew roughly where we were going. We just have to look for the big tree.
Cue rubbish.
Pyroclast, roll me
Yeah.
a perception check based on touch, if that means anything, and everyone else roll a perception check based on vision, if that changes anything. Noah seems to be looking at Pyroclast as if very interested in something all of a sudden.
Oh, I do not like that roll. Where does the 10 lead? I'm gonna willpower that.
I'm gonna soul that one.
It was still a
Just 'cause.
zero,
Pull that one.
which is not a -1.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's a -1.
oh no.
Well,
All
chat,
good
a reroll for Pyroclast?
Oh,
But all the card players are in the room.
well, that's another 10.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah, they are.
buddy out there. Can somebody save him?
Rescue.
Damn it.
no.
I'm gonna soul 2 of these ones. And I'm
Well,
Technically,
okay. That got rid of him. 6.
3 4s and 6.
in a
And the
-1 and a
And a
botch.
-1.
To be fair, I was half tempted to just give Gimund my 4 dice as per for deception.
right,
To see if that helps.
Pyroclast,
Well,
you are
just real
completely
quick, for systems mechanics note, if the storyteller's asking us all for a roll, we can't really help each other.
Okay, fair.
Oh, I forgot to roll 2 more dice. Hold on. I'm stupid. Excuse me. I got a 6 as well.
Double 9s, nice.
all right. Aquarelle and Verdant. Noah really seems to be looking at Pyroclast, but his gaze does seem to be drifting upwards slightly.
Aquarelle will attempt to follow his gaze.
Same.
There does seem to be something that is sliding up Pyroclast's torso and is sliding up to his neck.
Grabbing it?
It's extremely flat, but but when you reach over to grab it, make me an initiative check to see how fast you can do it.
How do you roll initiative again?
Oh, you can just roll it like a skill, attribute, expertise, skill.
Yeah, he's
well,
asking for it as a skill.
Gotcha.
I can
Instinct.
offer 3 for initiative.
Sure, I'll take it. And do I have any? I don't think I have anything for initiative. Nope, I don't. I'm gonna follow this 10 train really quickly and say
Sure.
no. We're willpowering this.
Aquarelle, Verdant is suddenly lunging at you.
You mean Pyroclast?
sorry, yes.
Yep.
Pyroclast. Verdant
Dice
is
Tower,
suddenly
go.
lunging at you.
Oh,
Okay, that looks
mighty
better.
dice power.
Oh, of course, you're doing it in the tower. Of course it's better. Well, roll 3 additional dice.
Oh my god.
Of course it does. That's why I rolled it there. I was like, nope, it's
Give me
it's
another.
something important. Jesus.
I need to take a clip of this shit.
Should have burned your reroll in the your willpower in the
Why do you
tower.
ever not roll in the tower is what I am starting to wonder.
Because people want to be able to see their own dice and not burden you, but it's just me, so I'm like,
Well, alright. Witness this.
Whoa.
No ones.
Not a 1.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 successes.
Wow. Okay, no, I think Burden was really, really quick on the uptake.
With surgical precision, the claws scraping off something. Some darkness on Pyroclast's skin. Before you are holding something that is akin to a snake. Except as flat as paper.
Verdant blinks and holds it out at Elva, like, questioningly.
Aquarelle has a sword at the ready.
But I'm just asking this out of curiosity. That's a void parasite, right?
No.
No? Okay.
It's not. Void parasites are very smoky.
Okay. I'm going to do a check for that then. One moment.
Have 1 extra lore dice. I think this might be an assassin technique. Dang.
God damn it, so many 6s. I'm gonna solve that one. At least it's not a 1. Five. Do I recognize that thing?
You don't.
Hmm. Can I
This-
get it?
This looks like. Well, it looks like a couple of things, but it doesn't perfectly match any descriptions until Noah says, "Oh, how'd you get here? That's not mine."
I was about to try and willpower that.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well, unfortunately, Elva, this is not something that you have ever seen before, so no amount of successes would have been enough.
That's fair enough. Thanks for telling me. But just shakes his head. I've never seen something like that before. What is that, Noah?
It's Vane! Ah! Wait, no. You're not. It's a little bit. Oh.
Fantasy counts? Jeez. Oh, that's a bad roll. How willpower is that? That was an
What was that?
appraisal roll. Oh.
What? What is that? And huh?
Soul, lose the rest of it to get that one out of the way.
Verdant just holds up a sign that says, "You're welcome." Smiley face. I'm probably going to eat this thing.
Where in the
Hey.
heck was that thing hiding?
In your shadow. Aquarelle?
Yes?
This thing? This thing is perhaps the most potent dark type energy you have ever seen. And you have seen people in tier 3.
Oh. This is It was sentient?
It resembles Noah's shadows, and that is disconcerting to you. Because nothing should remind you of Noah's shadows.
Hi, Vane.
Oh.
Verdant
It's
writes
not
out.
usually this concentrated. Even mine isn't that concentrated, and I've been keeping it dormant for so long.
Verdant writes out. So I'm killing this thing, yes?
Yes.
Your
Just
I
first
do not object.
Okay, Verdant's killing it.
Okay. Describe your method.
Oh, he's just gonna chomp on its head. It's a
Doesn't-
snake thing, right?
It's snake shaped, yes.
Well, now it's more worm and less snake.
Okay. So,
Psychic type just ingested dark type energy.
Never said I swallowed. I just said I bit.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm a psychic type. I was just told this is dark. I am not that stupid. I am stupid enough to bite it, not stupid enough to swallow.
It is in your mouth, though. So, all right. You can bite it. Tearing it off, however, is the problem, as this thing is weirdly hard to pierce and stretchy. What is this texture?
You guys said it's dark type energy?
Yes. Hang on. Let me try something. Can you?
I have
hold
something
that
I can do too.
It does seem to be like coating your teeth, and
You might want to like get that out of your mouth, Verdant.
Verdant growls and
Ah,
lets go begrudgingly.
Edge,
Aquarelle.
Fury Cutter.
all right. Stretching it between your hand and the teeth that it now seems to be clinging on. You swing with Fury Cutter, which is a bug type move, which I do believe is effective.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Dark types are weak to fighting bug and fairy.
Aquarelle was going to try and Sacred Sword that.
I just imagine they both get out at once and Verdant lets out a little squeak because he can't scream anymore.
Joke.
With this thing stuck to his teeth like bubblegum.
Okay.
Aggressive dental work.
All right. The blade does cut through, and this thing seems to get a lot more vigorous all of a sudden as this has probably been more effective on it, and all but seems to disappear from Verdant's hand, but it is now on the edge of Edge, and now seems to be trying to attack him instead.
What is
Now,
with this
as a
thing?
steel ghost type, he is not particularly happy about this. Being assaulted with dark type energy.
Hang on. Let me try. Now Aquarelle will try to use Sacred Sword. Edge is a ghost type, so it shouldn't affect him.
Okay.
Should I roll to do that?
Probably.
I assume so.
Alright, give it a roll. Not
God
bad.
damn these ones.
It's still 2 10s. You can hit it. Edge is also hit in the process, but that's just the price of business.
Well, it's a fighting type move, so he should be.
Yeah. Oh, right. That just fighting type. Ergo, ghost type. It won't affect him.
Okay, that's.
I would
Oh,
ask.
I missed
would
some
ask.
dice though. What?
I would ask. I would ask Lab to help you, but I think he's still exhausted from the trip they had to take to the town earlier.
Let
Yeah, I
that
missed
10
a few dice.
ride. Let that 10. Well, it was already in a weakened state. That is enough for it to cease.
And that came from. You're the only one who left and came back, aside from Noah. But
Surprised I didn't notice it.
Verdant writes out, do you know where it came from?
Oh,
Oh.
yes.
Where?
That's Vane's. It belongs to Vane.
I thought you
Verdant
said
writes
he was stable.
Steady. I didn't think he could do something like that.
Me neither. But then I found out, and it's like a distant cousin.
Verdant
So
writes out, that was an assassination attempt.
Oh, I
Vane
don't know if
just
it was. You see, he doesn't control it good and was asking me how to do it, and I said that when bits of his shadow leave the mask, they kind of freak out
Oh,
because like they're dying.
I guess it was latched to Pyroclast because he was the closest dark type, I suppose.
okay, but was it trying to kill us or Pyroclast or?
It was
That
going for his throat.
little. Pyroclast's eyes are now glowing.
Aquarelle's immediately placing a claw on his head.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't write that letter yet, because... Yeah, that's gonna need to be delivered, told to Chomper and this Wade person, probably. Well, maybe not this Wade, I don't know them, but at least Chomper.
I knew something was up when he gave me that look.
Look,
Verdant writes out,
priorities.
so this could have been unintentional.
I'm gonna choose to believe it was unintentional, but it still happened and still is a problem and kind of scary and stuff.
Agreed.
I didn't even feel it.
Well, yeah, it's a shadow.
What if I go back and it tries to kill me on its own, and if it's got this mind of its
Well,
own?
I'm pretty sure it was because I accused Vane.
Elba nods at that. Yeah, I am pretty sure that's the case.
But that definitely means one thing. He definitely is trying to hide something.
Either that, or he was about to attack you and it just attached itself on you and just came back for you when you return.
Yeah.
Dark typing is very good at sneaky techniques like this, although I've never seen one like this before. It's so concentrated. I've never seen darkness like this.
I
Man,
haven't
But I
either.
didn't know that it could actually attack somebody. It was going for his throat.
we're so far away from him.
Well, Noah did just say they tend to panic.
Yeah. If I was on my own, that could have been bad.
Indeed. So it is a good thing that you have us.
Yeah. No kidding.
Noah seems to be like poking around Pyroclast as if searching for something now.
Do you sense any more?
Oh no, I'm just checking, because you accused more people, so what if there's more type worms on you?
Verdant writes out, how many people did you accuse of murder?
Two. The third was more of a question, a human Pokemon question for themselves.
Well, I'm
Nope.
not finding an ice worm. Or an ice anything. I'm not finding a ground one. And I'd have to look at your brain to see if there's a psychic one, but I'm pretty sure no.
Pretty sure it would only be that vain person's one. Plus, Scruff, I believe their name was kind of asking that for in more of a questioning tone. Because he asked me if his soul was red himself.
I should stop things like that from happening going forward, right? Was that dangerous?
Verdant nods.
Yes. That was
Okay.
kind of dangerous, yeah. Regardless of the intention, it was really trying to hurt Pyroclast.
Okay. He will take out a crayon. Do not let things climb Pyroclast.
Oh, exception to that, if it's okay if it's Vex and Lap.
Exceptions, Vex and Lap.
And you.
Yeah,
And
and
me,
you,
smiley
Noah.
Okay, that very unexpected surprise aside. How close do you reckon we are, Noah? Aquarelle says this while looking back in the direction of where they came from, wondering how close the Ikana's army he's getting.
Okay, everyone on the... What did I call it? No! I lost the name!
Bugwagon.
Bugwagon!
You know, Noah, you could like engrave the name on the side.
I can do that. Whispers the squirrel. What's engraving?
Perhaps let's not do that now while we're still writing it.
Right, we should wait for later, but it's a, you kind of, like, carve into it. I'll show you when we get in.
With a knife?
Yeah, you can use that. And he'll pull out one of his, tools, the Matic one, and, kind of demonstrate doing a small carving on the inside.
The shadow does not seem to appreciate being gouged.
Oh, sorry. He stops as soon as he sees it not appreciating it. I didn't know it was alive. Or, like, that.
Yeah. Okay, let's ride. Now, where are we going?
Who has
Verdant
the?
writes out the tree.
Who has the? I don't think Aquarelle specifically has
Who has?
the area they.
I have the map.
Yes.
Pyroclast will pull it out.
I guess this is the point where we cross compare Verdant's little janky map with the 3 points with the actual map.
Well, you have a pretty decent area, or rather, you've trimmed out a lot of area that it is probably not. It still leaves a pretty large radius map-wise, but you have at least ruled out about 90% of this forest. The problem is that from your current location, it's still pretty. It's still a pretty good distance. As Noah is looking and understanding? Question mark. However, thankfully, you also have a compass and know your current location.
Best purchase she ever made.
So you just have to make sure that Noah is driving this thing in the correct direction.
That's pretty much what Aquarelle's doing, as he just holds out the compass. We'll cross-examining with the map.
Okay, here we go. As they are about to leave, Shia comes back with packed lunches, but is then going to look at the thing that they are all sitting in and then ask, "Hey Noah, remember when you're doing this thing, could you not leave a trail or at least set things back how they were after this thing passes through?"
Yes, that would be very ideal.
That's a great idea. Why did you think of that?
I thought we were already on the way. That's how is Shia here?
Yeah, I thought we were talking all this stuff on the way.
Because Noah was leaving a trail.
Oh. She followed us.
Oh, I see.
After all, this thing just sort of tramples on anything that isn't a tree, and you are not using a path. As Noah is realizing his error.
Alba slaps his own forehead. Didn't even think about that.
Aquarelle's doing the same.
Verdant's gonna draw out the us trying to be stealthy. Also us leaves a giant trail meme.
A proper little path of destruction.
Noah, can you do your alteration thing again?
Yes, says he is going to hop off the wagon and follow Shia back to her house before also making his way back and basically resetting the foliage.
Wait, no, I can do that?
Yes.
Impressive.
Yeah, getting a feel for Noah's abilities is making the him being part of the Guildmaster thing seem a lot more believable in Aquarelle's eyes.
By the way, the party has each gotten a prepared meal that you may probably just eat that as you go, but you have each gotten an additional 100 units of food.
Nice.
Yeah, Verdant's gonna eat it right away. It's best when it's fresh.
Yes.
Indeed.
Squirrel will follow Verdant's lead.
Pyroclast will wait.
Elba is going to eat.
Eat the dakimasu.
The dakimasu. Elba is going to eat and also share his food with Lap and Bex.
Lap is saving it for later because he is unconscious, and Vex could not wait. In fact, he might have been eating some of the packaging also, and you have to stop him.
No, don't eat the package.
Why not?
Can't-
It's got food smell on it.
You can't digest that.
Watch.
Verdict
You will
plays
have-
its throat.
You will have tummy aches. Or you will have tummy aches later.
The cheese was wrapped?
Verdant blinks and holds up the same side it was wrapped.
Yeah, pack lunches. It was wrapped.
Aquarelle's if they're actually moving the cart now, Aquarelle's just still focusing on making sure Noah's on the right path.
Every now and then he does start to veer off.
Yeah, he'll focus on cross-examining the map and such. He might take a little bit of his food and just eat some of it.
Now I'm just imagining Aquarelle absentmindedly not eating it without unwrapping it as well.
Half the party is accidentally eating cheese that is wrapped in a very thin layer of plastic wrap, and none of us notice. Until Vex was scolded for doing the exact same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Last time he took his eyes off Noah, he poured a Charmeleon across the world.
Valid, actually.
Noah, what a nice lady. That would have been embarrassing. As Noah is now going a little slower, but cleaning up the path behind him.
That would have been dangerous. More like... I hope they haven't already picked up on the trail, because otherwise they might already be coming after.
Verdant writes out, I thought we had a day.
Yeah, they're not here yet.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not so sure about the assassins.
Are they not coming together? You, Closet Man! Oh, he's not in the closet anymore. Damn it, it's been too long! Where is he? Wait, I can't be in the castle.
If he's in the castle, I just wait till he's somewhere private.
Or just wait for him to contact us again. Verdant will write out.
Okay.
Preferably, yes. Let's just try to narrow down Xerneas' location and go from there.
Verdant writes out, when we're in that area, me and Squirrel can fly up and look for those landmarks and try to remember.
That's a good idea. Wait, why don't I just make the bug wagon fly?
Verdant writes out, because then we'll be in the sky invisible.
Yeah. But you're visible. He looks at Verdant.
We'll be a day out then.
None
Still
shall
point.
see me. Though my battle cry may give me away.
Woe has arrived.
Is here. Oh, alright. Pyro. You recall during your meeting with the team earlier that Vane had in fact told you about the void parasites. And told you that if one does begin to manifest, that you should use type effective moves on it.
Oh. One more thing about the void parasites. Type effective moves really work well on them.
I'm pretty sure I said it on my explanation.
Oh.
Yes.
Huh. That was weird.
It was a lot of words though, so I understand if you wanted to clarify.
Well, in Pyroclast's case, there's a water type ape and a water and ground type ape in the party. So, does anything else happen while we're making our way to the
Well,
area?
after a bit, you do suddenly feel that you are now in a steep decline, and probably happy that this thing is not picking up speed, as this is already pretty uncomfortable. You are now very much descending the mountain. Sleeping like this is also probably going to be pretty odd, unless you ask Noah to shape you some furniture.
Ferndon is very used to sleeping in weird places. He will be the bed. He will just lay down. Apparently, he's soft enough for it now.
Vex, yeah, totally, you giant pillow.
A single tear rolls down Verdon's eye, her cheek.
I bet it would be nice to lie against.
Squirrel.
Yeah, it is pretty fun.
Don't worry,
Squirrel
this
will
makes you
flop on him.
popular, I think.
What did you say, Squirrel?
Squirrel will flop on Verdant.
Oh.
See, the problem is that I don't think Verdon has any pride left. I'm pretty sure it's laying in a pool of its own blood back in the village we just left.
Yeah, we still need to have a paralog of your date.
Do we, though?
Yes. Monday or Tuesday.
Well.
Is Enja even free for such things?
Maybe.
What do I get out of it?
An
You
extra
just wanna-
tabletop session?
True, but it's literally just going to be me flailing for a few hours unless she brings me out to her fight.
That is fun. Or that can be.
I'm sure people would enjoy to watch me flail and show how long it's been since I've been on a date. But I'm
Oh,
gonna
dear.
I haven't been on a date in like 7 years. It's been a while.
Well, at least she seems to be a very good-natured woman, considering she followed you while you were on a wagon. Or rather, caught up. And delivered food.
She must have the patience of a saint. Or
She
the
was
speed
Noah's
of a-
first caretaker. You can imagine him with less knowledge being cared for.
I'm hoping a little less neurotic, too.
Probably.
Probably. But also, maybe stronger. So... probably fixing sections of her house was a very regular occurrence.
That would explain why she just walked and went, "Oh, my house is destroyed again. Oh, this is no big deal. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it." I have this great house insurance plan. Man, they hate me.
As long as I can decidedly prove it wasn't me, and that's pretty evident. I mean, I'm not even getting money out of it, so there's no reason to scam them.
I'm not scamming them, but it's funny to watch them squirm anyways.
If she doesn't know the move recycle herself, she probably has a bunch of people that know it to help repair the house.
It saves on material cost.
Indeed, you can only do so much, but it helps. But what are we doing now?
Well,
Very well.
you're still going down the mountain, and it does seem that it's time to sleep, as there is not much going on. But you're still going at a pretty decent speed, but not enough to really lose control. The wagon does have to make turns not infrequently to just navigate around thicker sections of tree.
This is when the world map music starts to play, and we just kind of zone out while our characters go across the screen slowly,
Yes.
waiting for the random encounter to pop that we know is going to happen just before we get to our destination and send us all the way back to the previous.
No, there was an encounter, but I hit them with the wagon. They didn't follow.
Actually, I know what Squirrel will do. Wasn't there something you were going to give me from the dungeon?
Verdun already gave you the gem.
No, there was a chest.
Oh, Elva has that.
Ah.
Poke, poke, poke the Elva.
Surrender the treatise.
Elba yawns and gives a small quack gel before just says, "Yes, good morning."
He holds
I
up
like
a sign
the-
that says he's awake and he wants the chest. Poke, poke, poke.
I love the idea that Squirrel just wakes up, sits just straight up, sits up on Verdun, and is just like, wait, there was something I was supposed to get.
That's adorable. Ah, oh yeah, the chest. I was gonna take out the chest from out of his backpack and give it and present it to Squirrel. They got a luck chest out of that dungeon.
Squirrel's eyes go wide.
Ferdinand writes out the note that says, "Have fun going back to sleep. Sleeping in well can. Can't exercise today. Good night."
Oh, right! My exercises! Gotta do those first.
Ideal, you know.
We can't exercise inside of the wagon, Squirrel.
But I'm supposed to. Schedule.
You physically can't do it.
Ferdinand says, "Can you do them in your mind?"
I don't know how that's gonna help.
I mean,
sighs and gets up.
Well, first,
I mean,
make another you that's very small.
I mean, practicing mentally can help when it comes to exercising sometimes. Not sure if this is this, but I've heard I heard some locals do that when it comes to their aura training. Or psychic types do it with their psychic. I mean,
They do what?
they do the exercises in their minds. They visual.
I guess I can try to do that.
Oof, Aquarelle. Go
Oh.
back to sleep. Verdant writes out, I will do it with you.
What was that roll for Aquarelle?
Perception, willpower. on that.
Real quick. How big is the chest?
Digi, how big was the chest?
Let's see. How big is the chest? Interesting.
I'm just wondering, like, especially in comparison to Squirrel.
Alright. I would say in comparison to Squirrel, it's probably like Ocarina of Time Kid Link boss chest. You could like put your whole front half into it to reach the bottom.
Squirrel-likey. Squirrel's pulling it up on top of Verdant's belly.
He grunts.
And he's kind of just, like, holding it there and leaning over it, and then trying to visualize his exercises in his head.
The box is, however, disappointingly light.
Okay, good. Verdant is getting slowly crushed by a chest being dragged up on top of his body.
Squirrel.
I'm trying to concentrate. What?
I don't know if Verdant's alright with what you're doing.
But he told me to try and do these in my head.
No, he means putting the treasure chest on his belly.
Yeah.
But it's light. Actually, it is rather light.
Verdant holds up the I'm fine meme on the flashcard.
Oh, see, he says he's fine.
What is Verdant looking like right now?
Exasperated. Like, this is happening. I'm just gonna let this happen. He's got a bunch of people on top of him. He's just like, yep, I am actually a bed now. Okay.
I can imagine like Bex may have like moved on to sleep on top of Burden in the middle of the night.
Maybe. He does try to fluff Verdant's side.
Man, adding insult to injury.
If there was anything left of his pride. But alas, his pride is dead. There will be a page dedicated to him making himself fat.
Tonight is just the
Oh,
Wednesday.
no.
Willpower there?
I wasted a willpower on this. This was my my personal role to see how well Squirrel manages to keep it only in his head for the exercises.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I figured, you know, a couple successes, and yeah, he can keep it in his head. Well, -2, yeah, he's starting to visualize them, and his body is following the motions on top of Verdant's belly. And he is completely oblivious to this.
Does Aquarelle see anything with his perception roll? Did you?
Pardon, what?
Did Aquarelle see anything with his perception roll?
Alright, let's take a look.
And also,
Well,
Aquarelle is
fog seems to be peeling away, for starters.
So what?
Past a certain point, the fog basically just seems to stop existing. So you're probably past whatever barrier or ward was around ever.
Ooh, you have to be extra careful.
and meanwhile, Squirrel is just dancing on top of Burden by accident.
Yep.
This is fine, meme.
I don't know about
Oh.
dancing, but, you know, I'm just imagining that one of
Exercising.
them is like the, you know, the balance for, what was it, crane kick from Karate Kid? So he just kicks his foot out and just jumps to the other foot. Huh, you know, this actually is pretty effective.
If
Has
Vex
it opened
is-
his
if
eyes.
If Vex was sleeping on top of that, you may inadvertently kick him. Oh no.
Pyroclast is just gonna make sure no one gets hurt.
It's okay. Vernon was very tempted just to, use telekinesis on Skrull and float him in the middle so that way he can't hurt anybody.
Alternatively, he could take a breath and then like tense his gut to bounce him off.
No. He's just going to let this happen, and if he gets too close to somebody else, he'll just psychically move him to the side. This is his life now.
Verdant has clearly studied very well from Bluey.
Elba is just observing this sleepily. This is horrible.
Yeah.
It's something.
I gotta, just on that note, I gotta say, Bandit MVP. Best dad ever. Also, holy crap, that poor guy.
I have to agree.
Also, unsurprisingly, very popular with Australian mothers.
That whole family's just unreasonably wholesome, unrealistically wholesome.
Yeah, I know that show is made for kids, but I get so much joy watching it. It is so precious.
It's pretty good.
I hate to admit watching cartoons meant for 2-year-olds, but...
Yeah, exactly.
No. Here's the thing. I am a firm believer that kids shows, if they are good, are for all audiences. That is a kids show.
Indeed.
For the first time in a very long time, that is just good.
I was about to say, I thought that ideology died back in when I was still a kid, but...
I still hold firm to it. If I observe a kids show and I am not getting anything from it, I am probably just being talked down to.
But no, Bluey is a good show, and the family's adorable, and they deal with actual legitimate dark subjects in a relatively shocking, fucking appropriate manner.
Yes, because there is another ideology that I believe has been forgotten. As long as there is a happy ending at the end, children can deal with dark, heavy subjects.
Kids aren't as stupid as people think they are.
Yes. Anyway, leaving our Bluey tangent.
Though I do appreciate being compared to Bandit.
Yes.
That is a compliment. Moving on.
Verdant self-esteem +5.
Player self-esteem +5. Verdant doesn't hear this. Verdant self-esteem still at -30.
And as long as Beck is around, I think that's just going to go lower.
Don't worry. He might. The only truly draconic thing about him is his tongue, apparently. For it is an evil thing of destruction.
It must be honed to be a sharp weapon instead of a small explosive device hurled at friends by mistake. Use it like a knife, not like a hand grenade.
Well, apparently it's a shiv because he's stabbing everyone with it.
We call that shrapnel.
He calls it collateral damage. Accidentally.
Now, I can't help but imagine Bex as a D&D bard using vicious mockery.
See, it's his psychic type coming out, and his dragon side went, ooh, psychic abilities. Say mean things.
What you don't know is that he is always casting it at higher level slots.
Excellent. How is the ride looking, Aquarelle?
It seems we're past the veil.
Oh. I suppose Ceres' territory is inside of the Aurora Veil from Randover. Hmm.
I still suggest we lay low. Oh, they're still
Indeed.
technically heading in that direction.
Indeed.
Verdant holds up a sign that says agreed until Squirrel jumps on him again and the paper falls to the ground and he just lays there, defeated.
Oof. Elba picks up the sign to hold it up for Burden.
Thumbs up.
I'm happy to help.
How close do you think we are?
Well, by the time the morning sun comes up again on day 11, the ground is sort of evened out. Probably because Noah is not following any paths and is going in as straight a line as possible.
Halfway there then.
Aquarelle's just quickly glancing behind him to make sure that he's still cleaning up after himself.
Alright. You're probably another day's travel before you're outside the circled area, where you're gonna have to start searching a bit seriously. But you're making good time. You are like miles and miles away from Unever now.
I hope the people of the town are.
Hopefully.
I hope she is alright.
Verdant writes out she survived them once.
Well, I will I will officially welcome everyone to day 11 retroactively.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, she's
Squirrel, the day is here. and your box still persists. As locked as ever.
He's finished his exercising. And he kind of opens his eyes and is like, when did I start standing?
Verdant writes out at the beginning of your exercises.
Wait, was I actually doing that?
Verdant
Elba
nods.
gives Elba nods.
Oh,
Pyroclast does too.
I'm sorry.
Verdant shrugs and writes out, "It's okay, I'm apparently stuffed."
With pride! Pat.
Well, thank you, Verdant. Sorry.
You can hold an infinite amount of it, just like other things.
Verdant has no comment for this. It's just going to give a thumbs up.
Hey, he's awesome. Be nice.
What? What do you mean?
Honestly, what I'm most impressed about is that Bex managed to sleep through all that. He was like right next to you while we were doing the exercises.
Verdant writes out he was faking it.
Traitor.
Verdant writes out, "Don't call me fat."
I wasn't?
You kind of were. That's mean.
What do you
He's
mean?
not fat. He was just being
When
an
did I
awesome
say
dad.
Verdant writes out, "You said my butt was soft and squishy." That's a nice way of saying fat.
I don't remember that.
It was when I fell on top of you.
What on top of him?
Verdant just writes out, "Never mind."
Wait, no, isn't that a good thing? Guys always want that. In another person. So why, if that's a good trait, they should have it. Right? What?
Verdant looks at Elvra and be like, "What have you been teaching him?"
Pyroclast says that.
Elba just looks confused. I did not teach him that.
Lap conspicuously disappears at this moment.
Oh, Lap is a butt man, huh?
If his partner happens to be pillowy, so much the better.
Verdant writes out, "You're gonna have to have the talk with him, Elva."
Elba nods. I see. I will get to that later.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck.
If X attempts to say anything else, Aquarelle will just pat him on the head and just say, shake his head. I think you got the message across, kid. Very poorly, but you did.
Vex is very confused as to why people are mad at him for him complimenting their softness.
It will be explained later in private.
What do you mean?
Elba just goes.
That's adult code for it's bad.
Elba just goes over to Bex and just gives him a big old hug.
Okay.
It's even worse knowing that he didn't intentionally been calling him fat this entire time. He was trying to be nice.
That is tragic and adorable at the same time.
Oh, he's calling me fat. Oh, he thinks it's a good thing, but ow.
I wonder if he's been so insistent on this point.
Still need a cleric to raise my dead confidence.
Squirrel's compliments mean nothing.
We always remember insults more than we remember compliments. That is just the way of it.
Unfortunately, so.
So just a silly thought of Aquarelle just scratching under his helmet before pulling it off, and Lap is somehow there.
No, hide me.
Can definitely picture that. Excellent.
No, we could use the stay for since we're going to be traveling anyways, just writing our letters. Because I don't think we're going to be doing too much else other than sitting here.
Indeed.
And Squirrel opening a chest.
Yes, Squirrel is going to be, after that whole thing's settled down, he is going to start opening his chest. Or at least attempting to.
I believe it was locked, so this would be a good chance to get the lockpicking thing.
Yes.
Roll that lockpicking, boy.
Enja, does he get a bonus from the locksmith, specialty that you gave him?
Repeat the question?
You gave him you gave Squirrel locksmith specialty?
Ah, yes, those would count.
Okay. I figured knowing how would probably help, but let's see. We're gonna go with innovative. I don't think he'll go forceful on this one.
Normally, it would be. It's bad for your tools if you try to force the lock open.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, that's promising. 6.
Alrighty. It takes some fiddling. This seems to be kind of an older-fashioned lock. But eventually you do hear a very satisfying clunk as the lock is defeated.
He is opening it excitedly. His tail just wiggling back and forth. Probably in Verdant's face. What is his prize?
Cue Zelda chest opening thing.
Inside are 3 items. 2 orbs and a seed.
Oh, well, this isn't as cool as I thought it would be. But he is pulling them out and looking at them.
Well, you're not very familiar with items, so you may have to have someone else appraise them for you.
Yeah, he's looking at them. And then probably pushes them over towards Elva.
Elva's gonna. What are you doing for Elva?
He's pushing, He's pushing his the 2 orbs and a seed that he got out of the chest towards you.
Ah, you want me to appraise them?
Yeah, that.
Should have put more in appraisal for Elba.
Aquarelle can offer 1.
E. Ooh,
Hey.
I am so happy about this. Nine. Nine to appraise the items.
Fair enough. All right, you can identify what these are. These are 2 all mock orbs.
I'd wager the
And
turnip
a
market's
blast
making a
seed.
killing today.
Oh,
Oh, coupon code.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, I know,
Okay,
whoa.
what is?
I love that animation. But yeah, carry on.
What is? Okay, what is the all mock orb?
it is one of the few entire party items. But as for its effect, it increases your movement speed by 10 for 3 turns.
Oh, I haven't seen I haven't seen one of these in a while. All mock orb.
There you go. You can go really fast.
If you use it, it increases the movement speed of everybody you consider friendly in your party. Actually, hey, couldn't we use one of these orbs to make Noah go faster?
Verdant holds up the warning card.
You want me to go faster?
Point with the triangle.
Actually, no. Yeah, maybe that's a bad idea. Oh, and that other thing is a blast. That's just a thing that explodes, right? If you throw it.
Yep. Blast seed. Explosive untyped damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
base power of 5.
Oh yeah, and that's a blast. That thing just explodes when you throw it at something. It deals untyped damage though, so it is good for when you're fighting something that you're not good against. Elba is relaying this information to Squirrel.
Sorry, ADHD brain caught me. What?
Okay, so Elba just told you that these are what were the orbs called again?
All mock orbs.
I heard that
All
one, but
mock
what was
orbs?
the other?
Yeah.
Blast
And the
seed.
other is blast seed. It's something it is something. It is a seed that you throw at an enemy and it explodes. It deals untyped damage though, so it is good if you're fighting something that you're usually weak against.
That sounds awesome.
It can be.
And what's the other orb?
Oh, they're both the same kind of orb.
Oh.
right, Digi? They were both they were both that type of orb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meaning, theoretically, you could use both of them at once.
Oh, they attack.
Yes?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. These orbs stack. If you use them, if you use them consecutively, we could use it to move really, really fast if we wanted to. We might be able to match Laps's speed. Wait, no, I think we might need 10 for those. Hello?
Yep.
Did people hear me?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
heard you.
Yee.
Okay, good.
We're all just sitting here like,
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's it. Do you want to do you want to keep them, Squirrel? They're yours after all.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and... Yeah. They're kind of shiny,
Okay.
at least.
Mm-hmm. By the way, how long are we gonna keep going? But it is almost reaching 2 a.m. for me.
yeah.
I was thinking we could probably end here, and we'll probably write the notes before Wednesday.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Are we all giving them to Elva, or are we giving them to Enja?
I figure it'll probably be Elva and Squirrel. Well, Elva's probably going to be writing it, so we'll just give it to Elva.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Son of a gun.
All right. So I guess we'll be wrapping it up here for now.
Guess we can
Yeah.
probably even skip day 11 because we're just going to be going.
Yep, unless someone has things to do. This is
Yeah.
a long ride, but Noah has made the bug carts to make it fat.
Oh my goodness, we're traveling. What is this? Intended time waste?
It's so relaxing.
Inconceivable.
Squirrel's going to be
And-
studying this blast seed. He wants to
Verdant
make
is
more.
apparently just going to lay there. If I lay here, if I just lay here, are y'all going to pile on top of me and make my life very uncomfortable?
Best dad. But thank you everybody for joining us today for the stream and Lost in Chaos Scar. I am going to be wrapping it up for this evening. Just kind of tired at this point, and I got woken up really early today, so yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as grabbing some merch over at zgfgaming.store, picking up some packs of cards through Streamloots, especially with Woe's new coupon code there, and coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Later. Later, everyone.
Goodbye.